I'm going to go through the different scenarios and the media applications that I would suggest. For the first scenario, I would suggest using Flipgrid or IXL for the 4th grade students with the fractions. See if they were lacking the basic fraction skills, I would use this. I would assign students to different lessons within IXL and watch their progress as they went through these to see if the problem was just the simple fractions itself without the word problem. As students were working, I would use the real-time center to see which kids need help, because that's going to be the ones that actually need help with the actual fractions themselves, so not the word problems. So this would help you kind of weed through your different differentiated learners and see which ones needed help with the basics. To check their understanding with the word problems and be able to understand their logic behind how they're answering the questions, I would use Flipgrid. In this, it's free and you can create different grids. And with these grids, students are able to answer questions by showing a video of how they would answer it. This is an example of what their grid would look like. So they could show how they had answered a question, they could talk about their logic on how they answered it, and with the teacher watching all of those, hearing their responses, she could see the logic that went behind the answering of the word problem, and if that was where the true issue was lying. So again, for this one, I would recommend IXL for the basic fraction skills, and then Flipgrid for the word problems. For the next scenario, I would recommend Nearpod, so that she could create a lesson within Nearpod and students could follow her, and she can instantly see if they're understanding the concept or not. Basic Nearpod is free, and what this is you can create a lesson and your students can get on their computers or go in a lab, and you would control the lesson by moving throughout your slides, and certain slides after you've introduced information, you can right away get them to draw or ask open-ended questions, and you can get their feedback right then, and you can kind of guide the way you proceed with the lesson based on your different learners. You can instantly see who's getting it and who's not. So for this one, I would definitely recommend Nearpod.